Now, first off, let us be very clear about this, that, and it's my feeling that we should laud the effort between the two major protagonists coming together and saying, enough. We seem to be always caught up in a 5-year cyclic mess. The electoral cycles in this country do not have a seamless interplay so that one political party, whichever that is going to take over or something like that, I mean, there has never been a seamless handover. There's always going to be a disruption, and that disruption from economics, the social lives of people, the education, all this is messed up at the behest of political competition. If the two protagonists, who are actually the major protagonists, have actually come together and said, enough, this is something to laud. Now, secondly, in as much as we are lauding this effort, let us also be very clear when we say the BBI. In Kenya, we have never had a shortage of good policy writers. Never. We write brilliant policies. We write brilliant articles. We write brilliant treatises. But where's the follow-up? Who actually sits down and says, now let's actualize this? I can feel that angst and the anxiety amongst the youth when they look at BBI and say, you know what? Maybe this is just one of the ploys that we have always been played on. And that anxiety, palpable as it might seem, has a foundation. Every other time we have been told, all right, we are doing this for the future of society and the youth will take over and all that. It has always been hijacked. I remember how people have redefined who the youth is.
Okay.
When it has actually been about their own self-perpetuation, especially those who are in political leadership. Now, let us also be very clear, and this is the third one. Political competition is designed to have winners and losers. That's the unfortunate
And that's
situation.
democracy.
Yes, which is. Now, the only problem is, here in Kenya, at what point do you look at a political loser and say, the political losers even themselves, and say, we were engaged in a very good competition and we fairly lost, and let the winner take whatever he has to take, and we can retreat so that we are part of the leadership process also.
Okay.
Now, that never happens. Somehow, BBI is being looked at, in my opinion, as an opportunity to mollify electoral losers.
Okay.
Rather than, and not just the losers,
are you talking,
even the supporters.
Okay, you're talking about, in this particular regard, when you talk about the losers of elections, in regard to the 2017 elections or what's
It
forthcoming?
doesn't matter. We are
elections?
looking right into the future. And that's why I'm actually sometimes even sad that BBI for some people is being interpreted as the creation of the volume of people who are going to lose will be still accommodated. So we are going to create
an expanded executive.
Yes. And when you look at those 9 pillars of BBI, and let me just pick one, which is inclusivity. It's being taken that we'll open up so that even if you lose, you'll still have something to share. So that you mollify the losers and make them part of the process so that they also become winners. We need to change this culture. I understand if the youth are actually skeptical about the outcome of this, they have a foundation. We have to look beyond just including other people and creating space for them in leadership.
Okay.
We have to look at the general well-being of society every 5-year cycle so that we do not have to have anxiety over elections. We do not have to panic investors. We do not have to mess up social structures, education systems at the behest of political competition.
Okay.